My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Nunas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
I'm Sky.
And again, for another incredible music episode!
Woo!
This month, it's Amanda's birthday, so she got to pick who she wants to talk about, her alt, and we're going to talk about that a little later. But before, what has everyone been listening to?
I felt like I was only listening to, like, I've got a summer K-pop mix, and I feel like I've been listening to only that, but then when I went into my list of, like, new stuff that I've been listening, I'm like, oh, it's way longer than I should probably go into today. So, some highlights. Saran had a new song, Surfin'. It's cute. It's like she came out with, she heard our podcast about summer vibes, and she's like, I need to be on that soundtrack. So she came up with a song.
We appreciate it. We like the effort.
Yeah, thanks, Saran. NCT Dream, I haven't listened to them a whole lot, but they've got this one song on the last album, By My First. I love it. So I heard recently, though, I saw something that, like, they're going to, SM's like, I don't know, getting, like, not breaking them up, but, like, moving that unit into something else, and they're going to bring up new young trainees to be NCT Dream now or something.
NCT, though? Aren't they kind of rotating?
NCT Dream, they have an age limit on it, I think, to where you have, like, you graduate out of it.
So it's like after school and all those.
And so it is a cycling thing.
So we'll see. I don't know. See where that winds me up. I guess maybe I shouldn't like them too much, because who knows what's going to come up later. DPR Live and DPR Cream. I haven't listened to anything DPR Cream before, but it's like DPR Live I know and I listen to, but this one's like more almost like a band. It's called Gravity. It's like the song is called Gravity, and I like it. It's very summer. I don't know. I dig it. So I have to look into what DPR Cream is more. I meant to look that up, and we've been like traveling a lot and stuff this month, so I haven't had a lot of. ITZY had their new single come out. I wasn't a super huge fan of the released single, but like the B-side, It's Summer, I love. It's in my summer K-pop mix because I like it so much. And Cozy Pop came out with a new album, and it had a bunch of good stuff on it. So yeah, listening to that. And Shimmy had a new album, or not a new album, but like a new single or whatever come out. So obviously listening to that because I love me some Shimmy. Mm-hmm. And some new things that I found that I hadn't heard of these people before, but Viet, it's like V.et. They're good. They were on a Cozy Pop album, and so then I went and looked up some other stuff, and I enjoyed that. And Loanne, which weirds me out every time I see it on my phone because I have a friend named Loanne. So, like, why is she calling? Oh, she's not. No.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah.
And it's a guy. My friend Loanne is a girl. The singer Loanne is a guy. He has a great voice.
Tricky.
So, and then BB. I don't know how she came across I think maybe in a collaboration or maybe a Cozy Pop album or something, but B.I.B.I. and again, great voice. And I like, just with it being the summer and listening to summer music, and like most of these things that I'm mentioning are chill and some of them are bops, but they're like, it's just summer vibing kind of, windows down on the car, driving around, sounds. So yeah. What have you been listening to, Jessie?
Well, a lot of Japanese stuff, especially because a couple of my favorite people released new stuff this month. I had talked about Aimer. She released, I thought it was going to be a full album, but it was a mini album, which is fine. I really liked Blind to You, which is one of the songs on the album. That's really good. I really like Amber. She's a kind of singer-songwriter type. So if you're like into that sort of vibe, she's really good. Also, my favorite Yorushika released new music that I didn't even know they were going to release new music. And it just like appeared on YouTube, and I just love them so much. So I've been listening to them a lot because I just don't understand how they constantly produce new music, and I love it. Like everything that they put out, like it's just great. So it was fun to like be surprised that they were releasing new music, but I think it's only been like a couple months since the last release of music. Also, Monsta X released their Japanese album, which I actually really like. The raps are really great in Japanese. They're so good. Like Alligator's great. So I've been listening to a lot of that. And if you listened to our podcast last week, I talked about I've been watching a lot of Monsta X. So I've been listening to a lot of Monsta X too. They kind of go hand in hand.
She got Monsta X fever.
Yeah.
The monster.
All day, every day. Some of the other things, I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's the H.A.T. Felt girl from Wonder Girls.
Yeah.
She came out with a song with Moonbyul, Happy Now. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Good. And that's kind of about it, except I'm still loving everything that's coming off of the Hotel de Luna OST. It's so good. Especially Done For Me. That song is so good. By Punch, it's just
so good.
On repeat. I just have it on repeat all the time.
It's disgustingly good. So good.
That's really all I've been listening to for the most part. It's just that and just like my random mixes. Like I made a random like teenage mix for my work. So I've been listening to that a lot too, which is not Korean by any means. So I won't go into who is on there, but you can kind of guess. Yeah. So what about you, Natalia?
Well, you know me. I don't have that much variety. But I recently got brand new. We got the new Baekhyun album in the actual. Look at it, it's so beautiful. So I've been listening to him quite a bit because I just love him. And 17 had their solo, which is a banger. So good. I listened to a lot. I was in kind of like a mellow mood recently as well because I had like when you're sort of self-pitying and you're just like everything sucks and then you have to listen to like mellow chill music. I was listening to a lot of Car the Garden because I was covered in really painful hives from like a mystery allergic reaction that I still have, by the way. I still have the hives. I'm just creaming myself. Oh, that came out bad. Covering myself in steroid cream to deal with it. But anyway, and I've also started listening to The Rose. Really enjoying them. Other than that, like, it's my usual nonsense. A lot of Taemin, Block B, Super Junior, the huge. What about you, Sky?
Oh, I've been listening to lots of things. You already talked about 17's hit though, so I don't have
Such a banger.
NCT Dreams Boom, which was the title. Like I really like that one. It didn't sound like them. It sounded more like a different unit for some reason to me. The Rose, they came out with their, I would call it a single, but I mean it was 2 songs. But Red was the title. California was the other song, and it's a song that they've been performing for a while, so it wasn't like a big surprise that they finally did a studio version of it. It's pretty cute. I ran into an older song on YouTube that like I was shocked I didn't know it existed. It's Lee Hong-gi and Yoo Hui-sung, so from FT Island, and then one guy from In Flying. And their duet called Still Love You is amazing. Like and I was talking to my friend Jane about it, and she read somewhere that Lee Hong-gi has always kind of said it's hard for him to find another voice that complements his to sing with because he just stands out so much from a lot of other voices. But this guy from In Flying, one of the vocalists, like they matched really well. So it's a really good song. Jimin Park, she came out with Stay Beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. I forgot about that.
It's lovely, and even her music video, all the people in her music video are her actual friends, and so like that's nice. And you can tell she's having fun with it. Like I thought it was just really sweet. IZ came out with their new album, From IZ, which novel, right? That name is. The title song is Final Kiss, and it's pretty fun. The music video is very summer vibes. They even have all their band equipment within a pool, you know, because that's nice and safe. Of course, it's unplugged, but whatever.
Sounds like they are also auditioning for a guest spot on our surfing drama.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are.
It's fine. You can have like something. Yeah.
Yeah.
One they just, I don't know, yesterday, today, however you're going to talk about Korean time versus our time, came out with the song Regulus is what I'm going to call it. I do like the song a lot. I think it's kind of funny if you put it up against a music video, though, because I wouldn't have... So all of the concepts of the music video and the pictures and stuff are very hard.
Mm.
And to me, the song itself isn't necessarily that much hard rock. I wouldn't have put it on that end of it. It's kind of more chill, in my opinion. I think it's still a great song. And I think that the concept is very pretty. I just wouldn't have put, like, you know, fake lip chain piercing and a lot of fake tattoos along with the song.
Gotcha.
That's fine. X1, so they're the new Produce X101 group. They finally debuted. Flash is their title. It's pretty good. I've actually been listening to a lot of 101, so the other Produce 101 group, because I'm doing research on them, and I've always liked their songs, so that's been pretty fun. Celeb 5 came out with a new song. And they're like there are groups.
Yes, Celeb 5. Oh my god, I love them so much.
Sadly, is actually like Celeb 4 now, but like
Yeah,
they're so
know.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Better for the cosplaying for us.
Yeah.
I did fight more so with them now. But I think it's called I Wish I Could Unsee That.
Unsee that. Yeah.
But the concept's hilariously cute. It's great. Anything they do, I love. So, and actually, they're really impressive. Like I think I read that they got invited to like a comedy convention or just this big deal like in Australia, and it was the first time for a Korean comedic group to be invited, and they got to go perform there and
that's
stuff.
fun.
And I think they just make really, you know, it's great to have female comedians being in a group and being able to do things. And then even having like K-pop kids going and covering their stuff like NCT did for their, I just think that's great. Another guy from FT Island, something he did, Lee Jae-jin, a new song called Love Like the Films. And it's a really, really good song. And In Flying is his backup band in that. And so it's pretty good. And I thought the music video was pretty. Intuit's Runaway, it's kind of slightly rock, and I was looking forward to that last music episode, and it was indeed good, so go check it out. And there are a couple of others that I won't go into all of them, but some of the smaller groups like Target and probably a few others that I forgot, but like there's some good stuff out there. And then I've been in my Astro feels a lot, which I know I listen to Astro a lot, but like
We don't
since
judge.
I watched like 3 hours worth of a concert and then 2 hours worth of concert behind the scenes stuff, like I was boohooing, and it was a good time, so I've been listening to a lot of that.
And then we had a good time watching that joke video about the shortest member. We had Jin. We had a good time.
Podcast.
I'm going to talk about a podcast. It was a solid meme video. Gonna be real.
There's a song called Short King, which I've never heard before, but it was rather inappropriate.
Oh, extremely. It's now on my working playlist. It's basically about why women should date shorter dudes.
Yeah. And so someone had spliced all these Jin pictures with this song, and it was pretty...
It was edited so good. Like, it was so good. Okay. I'm done.
You should be saying that it's bad that she's bringing it up because I'm the one that sent it to her. So
Yeah. So really, who's the worst?
exactly.
I'm just,
Who's to blame here?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So that was my long list. Yay!
Yay! So now I'm gonna hand it over to Amanda to introduce who we're talking about. Take it away.
This was hard for me to pick because, everybody else had like a clear, solid, this is my bias and this is where I'm going. And for me, up until the beginning of this year, I would have told you my two bias groups are Big Bang and CN Blue. They have come, let's say, problematic at best this year.
Rough.
Completely unlistenable would probably more describe my feelings towards them right now. I still love most of the members of both of those groups.
Yeah, they got the one member that
they each have one member that is dead now. So
dead to us.
So, but along with all of that ridiculous, horrible blah, that's pushed me more into the like, let's listen to girls, let's listen to ladies, because, they're less likely to do those trash things that make me furious. So, but one of my absolute faves as far as solo artists, and I mean, also she does a lot of collaborating and stuff, is Yoon Mirae, and I love her. I just love her. So I thought that's who we could talk about today, because she doesn't cause any problems for me so far anyway, and I don't see her causing any problems. She's just lovely. She seems like a really lovely person. She's let's see, American. Her dad, I think, was in the army or something. Like, her dad is African American, and her mom is Korean. And they apparently, I don't know if they still live in Korea or not, but they used to live in Korea, like in the same neighborhood that she and her husband live in. So that's cute. And she's married to Tiger JK, who is
delightful.
Yes, he's lovely, and they're just lovely together. Like, I was watching a documentary on them, I think it was on TVN. Well, it was more a documentary on Tiger, but there was a lot of Yoon Mirae in it because they're married, and they've been married for like 12 years or something. I think 2007 is when they got married. They've got like a 10-year-old kid. They're just adorable together. And so like a huge part of his life is her. Like, you're watching this stuff and he's just talking about how she's his ideal everything, and he loves her so much. And like this documentary had like a whole section. When they got married, they just had like a small wedding, like just friends and family, and they didn't do the whole hullabaloo. But like, part of this documentary was them going to a friend's wedding, and he's like, I see it like every time we go to these weddings, looking at the wedding photos, and like, she wishes she could have, pictures like that, and I want to give that to her because I love her so much. And like, the one bit, he's like, I want to give her diamonds and give her a wedding dress and a big fancy wedding, but like, we wind up taking like family photos in our like PJs, and she's got a rubber band for a wedding, and that's okay because that's who we are. And it's like, they're just so cute. I love them. But in this documentary, they had several other rappers talking about them, and some of the quotes that I thought were really good was like Tableau, Tableau. Everybody loves Tableau. He was like,
that we do.
He's like, he said, Yoon Mirae and Tiger JK are like Korea's Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're like the first couple of like hip hop in Korea. The best one for me though was Choiza. Is it Choiza? Choiza? I can't remember how to pronounce it, but he said, I bet every male rapper in Korea feels an inferiority complex to Yoon Mirae. And that's one of the things that like comes up over and over again is just how incredibly good at rapping she is and how beautiful her voice is when she sings. And just the fact that she can do everything. And like, I put together this playlist to, so that I could listen to everything. And she does like OSTs and they're like the beautiful ballads. And then she's got these like raunchy rap songs. And she's, and she is part of her, the group MFBTY, which is with her husband Tiger and their friend Busy. And the three of them, like it's a totally different sound. Like there's just so much going on, so many different sounds. And I think that's part of what I like about her is that you can get a little bit of everything from her. I don't know. How did you guys feel about this choice? I didn't know.
No, we enjoy her.
I didn't want to like pick something that was like super rap because I knew like that was not really everybody's thing.
Like I'm gonna be real, rap is my thing. I like a banger, because I like working to like real like like just songs with a sick beat. I'm just like yes, but I liked the mix. I liked it quite a bit. She had a lot of like collabs with other people that I really enjoyed too. So yeah. I
was really surprised when I started putting the list together. Like I knew some of the collabs, but then it was like Spotify just kept throwing more and more at me, and they're like, oh, she's also over here, and she's on this, and part of what makes it hard to find list-wise is that she goes by a bunch of different names. So like her name is Natasha. She goes by Tasha. She goes by T, Baby G, Gemini, Yoon Mirae. Like, she just has had a lot of different names in her career, which has lasted for many, many years. She's 38 now, and I think she debuted when she, I feel like it was 20 years ago or something that she debuted. So,
yeah, I feel like she debuted in the 90s.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think she debuted maybe as a part of a group. I'm not certain. I think so though. I think she initially was a part of some like a girl group or something that didn't really go anywhere. Yeah, so when she was 16, she debuted with a group called Uptown. And then she was part of a hip hop and R&B duo in 1999 called Tashani with singer Annie. They had one album, and Uptown broke in 2000 after several group members were arrested on drug charges. Yikes.
Womp 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 womp.
So then in 2001, she came out under the name T. And had an album, and then her second album, Gemini, third album, My Love, all came out in 2002.
I do love the Gemini album quite a bit.
Me too. It's good. I was it's very different from the new Gemini album. Her the sound is really different, which I like though. I like both albums. They're both really different, but I like everything she released. I've liked something off of everything. Like when we were talking about picking what's your favorite song, and I was like, per album? I don't know. How do I pick that? I mean, I think probably the first song I ever heard of hers was Kaibai. So that's probably always going to be my favorite because I just like it. But I like the slow stuff. I like probably one of my favorite ballads is the one from the Dots soundtrack, but I like can't listen to it anymore, which I think is sad because I feel just sad about the whole like song couple thing. Like I don't feel personally invested in, but like every time I hear that song, it's such that song always is so central to that show that like you kind of can't hear it without seeing them, and I just feel so sad for them. In like I'm always sad when I hear about divorce because it just makes me sad. So I'm like, I just can't listen to that song anymore, which makes me sad because it's a really, really good song. She has a beautiful voice.
Well, if I was going to pick my favorite that from your playlist or what I've been listening to, it would have to be her collab with Doki, High Spirit.
Love that.
Love it. Such a rad song. Also, I really love Doki, so
yes.
It was a little bit of an easy pick for me. But also, Kawi Bai Bo was also the first one that I like listened to that I actively realized was her. You know what I mean? Like, and that's also one of my favorites too. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for like ballads, so I really like her OST work a lot, especially Even Silently Cry from the Bad Love soundtrack. I think that's like one of the best ones that I heard, and it just showcases her voice really well. I also liked the one song from Legend of the Blue Sea, You Are My World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I definitely was more drawn to her vocals in the OST work, and I really enjoyed being able to listen to that because she's done a lot of OST.
Yeah,
she's done a lot. Like I knew there was a few, and I was like, oh yeah, she's done a couple, and then I was like, oh, and this, and this, and this, and this, like so many.
You're like, oh wait, there's so much.
Yeah, the first time I heard her was when I was watching Master's Son, and she was on the OST, and I got a few of the OST songs there because I was way into that show at the time. And just recently I was checking out the Rookie Historian Go-Hei Rung soundtrack, and she's on that.
Yes,
it's a great song. But Kwai Bai Bo was like the when I was like, oh, she does other stuff too. But I have always enjoyed all of her OST work a lot.
I really like the Light in the Sky. When I saw the name for it, it's off the Best Hit, and it was like, oh yeah, okay, another OST. And then when it started playing, it was like, oh, I really like that song. I didn't know it was her. Like,
I think that's what was hard on Spotify, like because you had to search around a lot because sometimes it was Yoon Mirae one word, and then it was split sometimes.
Sometimes
so that
words,
was hard.
Three,
or like you could only search it like if you knew who she was collabing on the song with. Like it would just not show her until you search like Juna Flow, and then you could find that song and then see her name next to it. But
that was one of the things that I thought was funny is that like Wonderland was the first album that they had as MFBTY, but they had an album that was basically MFBTY before that, but it was listed as like Tiger JK with Yoon Mirae and Busy, but they joked that they were going to change the name of their group to WIT, or WIT, like just WIT, because they were like, whenever you were in like a streaming or anything, all that would show was like Tiger JK WIT, and then like, and they were cut out. So they're like, I think we needed like an actual name for our group, like, because it's a you couldn't even find her that way. Like, so they came up with MFBTY, which for a long time I thought was like something ruder, way ruder than it was, because I thought it was mother effing. Sorry. I thought it was like mother effing Busy Tiger Yoon Mirae, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of like a lot, but okay. But it's not. It stands for my fans are better than your fans.
Oh, that's actually
What they all
cute.
used to say to each other, and it was something that their fans actually came up with. Like on social media, their fans would like when they started collaborating together, their fans would like jokingly like tease each other and be like, no, like we're the better fans. No, we're the better fans. And so then they took that on and started saying like, my fans are better than your fans. No, my fans are better than your fans. So then that's what they named the group, which I guess it's hard to say in Korean, I guess. I don't know. Because like every variety show or interview that I saw with them, like most of the stuff was MFB2Y stuff. And like the host would make a comment about the name and how hard it is to remember and how hard it is to like say and all this stuff. And I was like, it's just letters. Like all these other groups are like letters and numbers. Like what? They're so much harder, but okay. I guess. What did I see? I saw them on After School Special or whatever that's called. After School
Club.
After School Club. That was not bad.
An after school special is very different.
Very, very different. We get Nat to write us like you can write a MFBTY fanfic about an after school special. Oh, weird. Yeah, but it was kind of cool to like. I hadn't really looked up a whole lot of like interviews and stuff with them, but it was kind of neat. Saw them they were on an episode of Return of Superman 2, and they were just so cute. Like their kid was much older at this point. Like I think their kid was like 6 or 7, and so then like you could just see like her like ovaries doing that thing that they do, you know, when we're like, babies. And she's like, and Tiger's like, he's cute. Don't get any ideas. Like, I just kind of seemed to be the vibe that seemed to be going on there, but it was very cute seeing them with the baby. You don't see them. I don't know. They don't seem to do a whole lot. They're very active on social media, but at least for like fan translated stuff, it doesn't seem like that sort of stuff finds its way to YouTube a whole lot. Yeah. I think they're very, very popular in South Korea as rap artists and hip hop and whatnot, but sort of in the international, it's a little bit more, a little less mainstream than even, you know, the regular K-pop stuff would be. So I think it doesn't always hit the fan subbers the way you might hope for, but they're all very very fluent in English, like, and Tiger is on Twitter all the time. Like he's just always on Twitter. So he appears to live there.
Just like us. Oh, look, we're just the same. Celebrities and us. They're just the same in the end.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about them beyond that, but like I just have really enjoyed. I've really enjoyed taking a deeper dive for this and hearing that different stuff and different songs, and I think probably my favorite stuff tends to be the MFBTY stuff. I like it when she and Tiger are singing and rapping together. It's kind of cool because there's like a different quality in a sense to their, like when they're kind of doing a duet together, when they like songs like Thin Lines and like even like Make It Last and stuff, like just some of the songs that have a more like love themes, or even some of them are a little more like sexy songs and stuff. And it's like there is a deeper kind of cooler vibe to that when you know that these people have been together for so long and that they're actually in love, like that they're not just singing words because their voices sound good together, but like they're singing words to each other that actually mean something to them. I like that.
You know what I like?
Hmm.
When people go and check out our coffee. It's time for my segue. We have a coffee. We just came up with some like really fun stuff that we're going to be putting on there real soon. So yeah, we have a coffee. It's kofi.com/certified Nunas. If you want to help us out, give us a little something. Yeah, if you want to check out the old coffee and help us by supporting this podcast, we would mightily appreciate it. We're gonna put fun stuff. We put all like the stuff like that we cut out of the episodes, which is usually dumb rants, but they're fun dumb rants. We got some extra stuff coming up. We just came up today with like a sick idea. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good in a fun sort of way. So yeah, that's coming. That's something. ko-fi.com/certified Nunas. And if you can't support us, that's totally cool. You can still listen. We still love you. But feel free to share our podcast with someone you might think appreciate it and will enjoy listening to it. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm always so satisfied at a really good segue. I'm gonna be honest. Especially when like I can tell that y'all don't see it coming. And then when you realize what's happening and you all just give me the look like the no. That was Yoon Mirae. We all really like her for different reasons. She does everything. So we'll have a Spotify playlist on our Spotify app of our faves from her. But now what's coming up? New comebacks coming up in September that we're interested in.
Well, just to go along with the theme here, MFBTY have been posting on their social medias a bunch of pictures of the three of them with things like coming soon and stuff. They did just have a song come out, sort of a song for the Samsung whatever Note or Galaxy or something, whatever the new Samsung phone is. They've written a theme song for it because it has some kind of like drawing thing, I guess. It comes with a stylus or something. I don't know. But they've got a song called like Draw Your Love or Draw My Love or something. It's cute. But they keep posting these pictures and hinting that there's something else coming soon. So I'm hopeful that it's like an actual album. That would be lovely because that makes me happy.
So two groups that it won't be in September, I'm pretty sure, on both of these instances. But FT Island, they're going to be having a comeback at some point, so that's exciting. Mm-hmm. And it's also been announced that Victon, one of my favorite groups, so their leader is now part of X1 because of Produce X101. And so it's really exciting that so quickly after that is happening that they're going to be able to make a comeback. Last year they only had one song that they released. So it's a big deal that they're going to actually be able to do something. So it'll be good to see them again.
Mm-hmm. Dreamcatcher is coming out with their first like full Japanese album.
Yes.
And if there's any K-pop group that has the best like songs to transition into Japanese, which they've done some of their songs already in Japanese, they're perfect. It's just so good. So I'm really excited to listen to that because some of the other songs, because there's going to be some new songs on it too. So not just like
for sure
what they have.
For me, we got two that I'm like super pumped about. One on the 3rd, Simon Dominic is coming out with a new album. And I love him. Simon Dominic. Simon DOMINICOO. Okay. And also on the 16th, smacking my mic. On the 16th, ironically that it's on the 16th, 17 has you'd think they would actually like
just scoot it.
Just scoot it a day. Just be like, we're 17, we're putting out an album on the 17th. They missed that one. They missed one, but super, like, they're like one of my top groups. I love them so much. And Hit was such a banger that I'm just like so excited.
Have they Have they put out any concept teasers for it yet? Do you
Nothing.
know?
I got nothing.
I haven't seen anything.
I'm going in dark.
Because they can go so soft or they can go so hard. So
I know. I'm like, I know this probably won't happen, but I'm like really hoping that they put out a studio version of Hurricane, which is Hoshi's solo song that Woozy wrote him, and it's a banger, okay? But like I just want to listen to it on my phone while I'm out and about and feeling like a badass, but like it's only on YouTube and I don't have data right now cuz my phone's kind of crusty. But yeah, so that's coming out on the 16th and I'm pretty pumped. Hopefully I'll get that album in my old Korea album box at some point. Ooh, not sponsored, just
but,
call us. Just
not sponsored, but
we're
pretty cool.
Yeah, we'd hype you up. We like Korea box. At least I do anyway.
Yes,
CLC.
CLC's coming out. Love CLC so much.
Hey, Blackpink, their Japanese album. We'll listen to it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. We always do. Yeah.
Us. Onius.
Onius. That's not Onius. That's just what I call them because I'm a jackass. No, us. Onius. One of my fave groups. Onius.
What about Super M? Is that coming?
Super M is October.
Not till October, hey?
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
They are
the Super M thing is a big deal.
The Super M thing is a huge deal. And I thought of it when you were asking if 17 had any like concept stuff. Because like for the fact that Super M's not like doing anything until October, they're everywhere right now. Like their social media is really hyping things.
I'm sure they're gonna do stuff because I mean like they just were filming their MV like literally like yesterday, and then like that like they did that countdown which opened up their merchandise and their albums, and then you can whatever Spotify not pre-order but like
save
put on your like Spotify list their album, and they give you one of the instrumentals for doing that.
Which is a sick instrumental, I'm going to be honest. Like, it's a pretty good one. But, I just have to say this because I'm a cynical, mean-hearted person. For a group that was invented purely to get SM out of the financial hole, you would think they wouldn't be doing things like filming in Dubai and shit, just like putting that out there.
Because they don't actually have to do that to get the money.
No,
they could just be sitting in a studio.
The video could just be them in an empty warehouse just dancing,
black and white, and
people be like, "Yeah, I'm into this." Like, give me the money,
give me that box set that you always have.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I will take an album with every single member on the cover. Thank you. They're going a little extra, but I think they have a little bit more money because this is a joint venture with Capitol Records, right?
Yeah, because it's targeted for the international art.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a tour. Give us a tour.
I go with that.
If they do a tour, it'll be announced like 3 days before the concert.
And we just have to drop everything and be like, well,
sorry, Super M's like listen. If they're going on tour in North America, just they got all my peeps. They got Taemin. Taemin's my like thirst trap ultimate. They got Baekhyun. Baekhyun's my ultimate bias. They got Kai. Everyone thinks Kai is my bias because he's just pretty, so I draw him a lot. Like give it to me, you know?
Right? 10 and
Lucas. Lucas for you, Amanda. Lucas.
Oh,
I haven't even told my husband that 10's doing something new. He'll probably freak out. I should tell him.
So, like,
10.
Like, listen, just give us the tour that we want, SM. Yeah. Just get, but to be honest, just any of your groups will go.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating that, it's like they're telling them that North Americans don't like them or something, because they just like, yeah, North Americans like all the other K-pop groups, but nothing from
Except
SM.
for, yeah.
Except for like EXO, SHINee, Red Velvet, like
Super
except
Junior.
for
Super Junior.
Super Junior. The only one they send is like NCT 127, which does amazing. So it's like, come on, feed us like Mama Bird just regurgitated into us. Like we want it. We want it in our lives. But those are all very exciting things happening. Yay! Like, are you guys pumped for all the new comebacks?
And there'll probably be more than that.
Yeah.
There's always-
Yeah, because there's always stuff that just drops suddenly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've got Simon D, like, is listed there, but, like, AOMG tends to, like, it's like, oh, and here you go. Here's an album. And you're like, wait, what? Like,
You usually get like a little 2-for-1 deal. Like, there'll be one that they advertise and then a surprise one as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
wait, you
you're,
thought
like,
you only got that one.
Since we unlocked the studio, someone else snuck in and we just
It recorded a whole album, and we were just like,
We
like,
had the
here
time.
you go.
whatever.
Everything was already out, so
It
might
was
as well.
already done. You might as well, you
I
know.
used to think that if I just followed, like, all the labels on Twitter, like, I would see everything, right? Like, I
No,
would
you
get
are
all the,
incorrect.
but, like, you totally don't. Like, some of their artists, they just completely ignore. And so unless you're following that artist, you, like, wouldn't know that they have, like, an entire album released. And you're like,
No.
wait, what? Like, when did that happen? Like,
Random side note they just thought about. I think that ACMU, they're actively finishing up, like, writing their songs for their comeback. So
They
I
have
forgot.
been, like, surprisingly,
He gave a percentage.
a
I don't
while.
remember what the number was though, but like it was past half. Like it was pretty far along.
But they also have been doing things where you're like, you see them more now. Like, it was like nothing, and now you like randomly see more things on Instagram. You're like, huh,
I'm like, oh.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they've been doing V lives and stuff, and he's been more
Yeah.
chitty chatty. So I'm like,
What a mystery.
I always want more ACMU, so that would be more.
Oh,
cool.
yeah, 100%.
always.
100%. Just,
Always.
as I said, just feed it to us like baby birds.
We're easy. We're so easy. Like,
Yes.
here, just help us.
That's all
Help
we
us.
want.
Help you.
Yeah, we want.
I mean, we don't want to, like, support YG, but, like, we love a lot of YG artists.
Yeah.
And we love them.
They
and
still
we want
need to
them.
support.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
artists aren't doing anything wrong. Well, most of the artists
Well.
aren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
we like
exactly.
'em.
It's not their fault they signed with trash.
Oh, and most of the trainees are leaving YG, so that was a thing
Yeah.
too.
They're going.
Just side note.
Like,
Almost all of
YG
the actors, too. They're like,
Why-
bye.
Yeah, YG is on a downward spiral.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for CL and Dara.
Yeah.
Just
They're
come
just like,
out.
you know what? I'm sort of waiting for, like, Icon to just peace. And then, like, be like, Hanbin, we're back, buddy. We're back. Like, we missed you. Just, like, peace out. Go to, like, P Nation or something. Literally any
Yeah.
Just start
Anywhere.
your own
Anywhere.
iconic records. There, done. Great name.
Like, wait until, like, G-Dragon comes out of the army, and then he'll
Oh,
start
yeah.
his own label, and then,
Yeah.
like, everybody can go there.
Yeah.
Because
Like, this is
why would
bullshit.
you,
This
right?
is bullshit going on at YG these days.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's it for today. This was another fun episode of the Certified Nunas. You can find us wherever you're listening to us now, but we're also on YouTube. We're on Stitcher. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play, and we're on Podbean. We have our coffee at ko-fi.com/certified Nunas. My apologies for all the billion previous episodes where I gave the wrong thing. I now know this.
That's why we haven't been getting supporters.
It's all my fault. Just blame Natalia. Blame Natalia. So yeah, we hope that you have a fantastic week and keep listening to some K-pop. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.